Good evening guys, and welcome to another video review, and this is the stunning Bristol Beaufort Mk.I, representing an aircraft from No.217 Squadron at St Eval in Cornwall, and an aircraft which attacked against the German cruiser the Admiral Hipper on the 1st of February 1941, which happens to be my little boy's birthday of all days. So this was picked up in the Corgi sale for an absolute bargain of just over 60 quid with my hobby points which I redeemed. Let's get her open and let's have a look. So here she is out of the box. I've removed the up undercarriage and torpedo door as well. Let's have a bit of a talk through what's in the box. So first up is the stand, a standard medium bomber stand, but for those with a nervous disposition, look away now, a very similar stand to that of the Heinkel HE11, which is known to be a bit of a pain in the backside. In terms of the aircraft, comes fitted with its up undercarriage, so as you can see there's the door there and door there for each wing, and also a large bomb or torpedo bay door in this case, so you can have it either shut or with the torpedo in situ. With the torpedo in situ you have two plugs either end, there and there, to obviously form those two bits. There and there, if that makes any sense. Obviously you've got a nice solid rigid undercarriage, very similar to the Blenheim, obviously a Bristol brother, and you have undercarriage doors as well that fit, as well as torpedo doors there and there as well. So quite a bit of information, and then we've obviously got the collector's card. This is obviously 1449 with some information of the aircraft itself and the attack, which we'll talk through in a minute. One thing is certain is the temperate sea scheme is absolutely stunning, so it'll be interesting to see what this looks like against the Beaufort, which is due soon, because the green is clearly very different, but this is regarded as being probably some of the better colours in the temperate sea scheme that the Corgi have released over the years. I'm yet to get the first one, so this is my first Beaufort to join the collection alongside which will be all three Beaufighters and every Blenheim bar one, which is the Duxford Blenheim, which hopefully will join the collection at some point in the near future. So I've got most of the Bristol fighters, just need to look for the first Beaufort now and release it and get that. So let's get her put together. I'll put her on her wheels first and then I'll put her in the up mode. So a little bit of history about the aircraft before we get into the detail on it. So this aircraft was launched on the 1st of February 1941 to attack the Admiral Hipper, which had been in Brest on the west coast of France for repair. It was quite a heavily fortified position, and the Admiral Hipper had been causing absolute chaos in the Atlantic and had been in Brest since around about January. So this aircraft, amongst many others, was launched from RAF St in Cornwall, which is relatively a straightforward flight down to the west coast of France, which made complete sense. And it was obviously tasked with attacking the Admiral Hipper with torpedoes. So getting into this aircraft, so we spoke about the temperate sea scheme. Now most, reading on the forums, people were very, very happy with the colour scheme on this. It does look the part. It looked great next to the Hurricanes that I've got, or the Seafires that were code freed by Dave Hunt, and to go in with that. But this is one of those aircraft that really does, you know, get it out of the box, it blows you away, and I feel a bit of a numpty, dare I say it, for not getting it straight away. So the detail's fantastic. It's not the easiest to put together. It could be a little bit fiddly with in terms of getting the torpedo in and the undercarriage doors. Very similar setup to the Beaufighter in terms of the undercarriage doors, especially if you've got the Hobby Master one in terms of putting the individual doors on. It's a little bit tricky. But my word, what an aircraft this is. Now we've got the pilots in now and the navigator obviously at the front, who would man the rearward firing machine gun there. You've got a turret at the back, as you can see, with a gunner in as well. In terms of, if I pick this up, I'll show you some of the detail underneath it. As you can see, like, there's the separate undercarriage doors, the torpedo in situ, the torpedo doors or the bay doors. There's the two little bits that fit in that literally cradle the torpedo as well, and of course obviously the balance on the end of the torpedo, bright, painted in bright garish red. Ugly looking thing, but obviously quite effective. In terms of the aircraft, great detailing on it, nice tempo prints, not decaled, which is, or decaled, whatever way you want to look at it. I think this is an absolutely stunning bit of kit. I'm definitely on the lookout now for the first Beaufort. I might have to drop Andy a message at Lofty's to see whether he can get hold of it still, but it's no longer available on the Corgi website. But yeah, great looking bit of kit. Very similar undercarriage, as I've already pointed out, to the Blenheim. I'd be interested to see whether they actually interchange or not. I'm not going to try and do it. My dad's got one up on the top of his cabinet. But yeah, great looking scheme. Like I said, in terms of the actual green, a lot of people are saying that the new Beaufort, the green is completely wrong, but it represents more of a faded green. So it'd be interesting to see when we get them both out together and have a look. But great looking bit of kit. We're now going to put it on its stand. I'm not going to take the undercarriage out. I'm going to put it on the stand as is, and we'll have a look at it now. Right, here she is, guys, sat on a stand, and a bit of kudos to Corgi. So for those who are familiar with the Beaufighter can't go on its stand with the torpedo fitted. In this occasion, they've actually designed it so it does fit onto the stand with the torpedo fitted. It is a similar setup to the Heinkel HE111 stand, but it's a much firmer plug and a much more firmer socket, so there's no movement in it. It's not as if it's like balancing. So for those who've got the Heinkels, sometimes feels like it's almost sort of pirouetting on the actual stand rather than fitting on it. This is solidly on there. I like to display my aircraft on wheels anyhow. I'm a wheels down sort of guy. Some people see that as sacrilege and prefer wheels up, but yeah, it fits on the stand nice and snug, and with the torpedo fitted, which is a huge bonus in my eyes. Just to give it a little bit of a walk around there, see what you guys think. Detailing is fantastic. It really is good. So I can't comment on the first Beaufort because I don't have it. Oh, sorry, the first Beaufort because I don't have it yet. But certainly will be interesting to compare the two as well. But when you look at it in terms of, look at the tail, how the tail is. Obviously the rear of it is slightly different because the Beaufort had more of like a seagull style bit to the tail, if that makes any sense, like a gull wing. But the actual tail is very similar. You know, you look at the undercarriage, very similar. So you see how they all share similarities between this, the Blenheim, obviously its earlier brother, and the later Beaufort. But yeah, so there you are. There's the Bristol Beaufort Mk.I, representing the 217 Squadron machine from St Eval in Cornwall, on the attack on the Admiral Hipper. Hope you've enjoyed the video. I'll attach a few photos on the end. Don't forget, our next Wings Monthly will be on April the 3rd, and we'll be featuring a man I'm getting to see tomorrow for the first time in about 3 years, Mr. Elliot Marsh from the Vintage Aviation Echo, and yet to determine who else is going to be on with us. But by all means, like I said, I want to share this with the diecast aviation community. I've spoken to 2 or 3 people already who are very eager to come on, including guys from the MH3 forum, and it'd be great to be joined by like-minded individuals to talk about a hobby that we all love. Thanks for watching again. I will catch up soon, and have a lovely weekend. Take care.